So it turns out that Ken cheated on me with a Bratz doll.
Hey fam, today is a very exciting day because we are going to Vidcon for the first time ever. I've never been. I'm a little nervous, not gonna lie. I'm a little bit nervous, so I might cry. But this is my first time ever going, and this is my first time living in California when this has happened, so I'm excited to see what it's like. I'm praying to God, I am praying, because I've been to some influencer events in the past, and literally half the people you meet are the nicest people ever who are creators, and then the other half are just the worst. I'm like, how are you that bad? How are you that self-absorbed? But I digress. I'm praying that everyone I meet is super nice and chill and doesn't have a stick up their ass, because I'm going there with an open mind. I have some fun YouTube events that I get to go to. But yeah, we gotta hit the road now. It's like an hour away. It's in Anaheim. Yeah, let's hit the road and hope for the best. Okay, let's go. So before you do anything, you have to go downstairs and get your registration. For me, I registered as a creator and got my lanyard thingamajig that you have to bring around pretty much everywhere you go. It's your pass to do the things you want to do. So yeah, this took place at the Anaheim Convention Center. I had no idea how massive this place was. There was inside, outside. To get from the registration hall to the main part of the convention center was like a 10-minute walk. Oh my God, it was enormous. But it was really cool looking. They had a lot of really cool setups. I didn't know what half the stuff was, to be completely honest with you, but they had a lot of cool stuff. They seem to have a lot of food and food trucks in this area over here, but I couldn't find that much for me, so just know ahead of time, especially if you have a lot of dietary restrictions. For me, I'm vegan and with a gluten sensitivity. Maybe eat as much as you can before, or bring snacks, or make dinner plans for immediately after, because for me personally, throughout the whole day, it was really hard finding food. But yeah, they had this really cool wall where you could sign your name on it. I wonder what they do with this after the event though. Where is this at now? There were people walking around in refrigerators. I don't know what the hell was going on, but I was vibing with it. Then I finally got to the main convention hall, and then I started to realize why people come here. There were so many things to do. I don't even know what half of these things were, but I'm gonna get to as many as I can. So they had mini golf, which pretty much everything had a line. Keep in mind, this was early in the morning, but if you get there early, you might not have to wait in such long lines. They had mini golf. I don't even know, what is this? What is this? I love Drew, but what is it? Then they had this Paramount Lounge, and pretty much everywhere you looked, you saw one of your favorite creators in a Q&A. Literally, I didn't realize they had so many Q&As going on at once.
My characters are all kind of stemmed from somebody in my life, or they're people I never want to be, or people I really want to be. I'd love to be a badass Russian spy, allegedly. We all want to be that bad.
But yeah, pretty much everywhere you look, there was another Q&A with another set of creators at the same time. I thought it was just one at a time. They had all these different stages going on at once. It was really cool. Then they had this squishmallow pit you could jump into. Oh, I was so tempted to do it, but I was scared, not gonna lie. I was really scared. They had live shows going on with artists and musicians. Then it was time for me to head to the other building for a roundtable with some of my favorite creators and social media executives. I was so excited for this. But unfortunately, when I got to the other building, they said I had to go back to the original convention center and get my pass there. And then that's when I had a full-blown panic attack in my car. So I was like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. I was debating if I wanted to include this in the video or not, but I think it's important because I don't want my videos to just feel fake all the time. And it's okay, nobody's perfect, but I feel so embarrassed and I feel like a failure right now. Basically, I was supposed to go to this, I was really excited for it too. This roundtable with the executives. I was personally invited with a bunch of other, some of my favorite creators, and I was so excited to meet them. I'm like, this is gonna be, oh my God, this is gonna be so much fun. I've been preparing for a month. I did, meetings and all this stuff. I was so excited to go. I get there, and I get there early. I literally got here at 9 o'clock in the morning this morning, and I didn't have to be there until 11:30. I get there, and the guy's like, oh, you need the pink wristband to get in. I'm like, great. can I have a pink wristband? I have my check-in stuff here, my email confirmation saying that, you know, because I have to be at the round table in like 40 minutes. And I got there like 40 minutes early to something. I'm an early bitch, okay? I'm not a late person. I'm over-prepared all the time. So when things don't work out, it's like... And the guy was so rude for no reason. He's like, you have to go back to the convention center and get your pink wristband. I'm like, back to the convention center? It was a 20-minute walk. This other building where I was supposed to have the round table, 20-minute walk away. And I didn't even realize there was a shuttle. And I'm a horrible reader. Like, you thought Lady Michelle was a bad reader. I can read for shit. Okay? So anything that involves reading, I get confused and I get overwhelmed. That it's embarrassing because I'm like 26 years old and I still can't read. But I digress. So I'm like, I have to go all the way back, 20 minutes there, 20 minutes back. Like, I'm gonna make it just in time for the thing, if I even make it in time. So I message the people, you know, working the event that I'm supposed to message if I have an issue. And I was like, hi, I'm so sorry, like, I'm running late, like, I was here early, and, like, you know, I have to go back to the convention center, get this separate pink wristband so I can come back here and get into the building. And she's like, well, what time can you get here? And I was like, freaking out, because literally I'm, like, running through the convention center, trying to get this freaking thing. The girl that's working at there's, like, literally one person working at the table, and they're, like, she's having a full-on conversation with this one girl, and I'm like, oh my god. Like everyone's so relaxing, you know. It's like it's like the sloths from Zootopia. No offense, but it's like you ever really need something really fast, you need to get something done, and all of a sudden everybody's taking their sweet ass time. It was like that. I'm sorry if that was you, but I finally, there's people in line in front of me. One person didn't even have a badge. I was like, hi, I just need to check in. I just need the wristband. I'm clearly like overwhelmed. There's something obviously off with me, and everyone's like, yeah, for sure we can get you the wristband. Anyway, she's like, now you're gonna scan the QR code, it's gonna send you an email, the email sends me a link, then I have to verify my email with the code that's sent to my email. There's no freaking signal. I'm like, it's an extra 5 minutes just trying to verify my email to get the fucking QR code, to then go to another line to get this wristband. So I go to this other line to get the wristband. These other creators literally cut in front of me. Some of the creators here, the community people here, are literally the best people ever. The people that have come up to me and said how much they love my videos are literally the nice, genuinely nice and kind people that are here to have fun, that are here to take it all in. Some of the creators here are the most obnoxious, self-centered, airheaded people I've ever encountered. The sticks up their asses that some of these people have is insane. Like, the fact that this guy felt like, I'm with my group. You can't cut me, I was here first. You don't just get to go in front of me because you're with your group. What? Anyway, I'm waiting in line, and there's clearly like an open spot. I'm like, hi, I'm so sorry, I'm just running late. And she's just looking at me like, so finally, the other guy finishes with his. He calls me up. And then the lady that was open the whole time calls the next person up. I'm like, are you for real right now? The guy checks me in. I run out of the building. I go back. The person running the event calls me and is like, what's your ETA? When do you think you can get here? Because, basically, I was going to be, 15 minutes late to something that was an hour long. So I would still be able to be there for a good, solid 45 minutes, which is the bulk of the thing. Mind you, I really hate when people are late on me. I can't stand it. I hate being late. I am never late. Okay, so I literally got there at 9 o'clock in the morning. Oh my god, and was late because of the stupid fucking wristband and get into the building. It's so exclusive. My god. And I'm like, hey, I could, pretty much an Uber there is 5 minutes. She's like, is it really 5 minutes? I'm like, well, it might be a little more. I don't know. It's hard to predict when I'm really gonna get there. I was like, look, if you think I can't make it at all, it's gonna be too late, then that's fine. Just let me know. I won't go at all. I'm not gonna try to go if I can't be there. I'm not gonna rush and take an Uber back for another. I spent $40 on Ubers to go for a 5 minute drive. But then she calls me back. She's like, oh no, like we'll be able to let you in. Just like let us know when you get here. You know. I was like, oh, that's great. Thank you for understanding and being accommodating. I appreciate it. Oh my God! Oh my God. So I finally get there. I rush to find where the thing is. I gotta go through a fucking airport style security check to get into the thing. Which I understand, but it's like, now? Like, are you for real? I get there. I text them that I'm here. I text everybody that I needed to text when I'm there. I got there probably like 10, 15 minutes after it started. And I'm like texting them. I'm waiting. I text again. Nobody's responding. I'm waiting there for like a good 15, 20 minutes. Just waiting outside. Finally, like even the security guard was like, hey, like, you good? Like, you waiting for somebody? Like, the security guard checked on me and like nobody else did. And then finally, one of the managers comes up to me and it's like, hey, like, you're so-and-so, right? Like, you're okay, great. Like, yeah, oh, this girl that's been standing there the whole time. Standing there the whole time. She's like, oh yeah, she's supposed to let you in. She's like, oh yeah, well, it is too late now. It is too late now. They will come out and they will, you know, maybe the people will be able to come out and talk to you over here afterwards. I'm like, how embarrassing. First of all, I was here. I would not have come here. I'm like, I'm embarrassed. And the fact that I'm like by myself, it's just so fucking embarrassing. Like, I already feel so alone. I feel so lonely. I have very few friends here. I have a hard time making friends because I don't know who to trust, and I've been screwed over so many times in the past couple years. Like, my best friends I've had since I was 2 years old, but they don't live here. They live in all different states now. And like making new friends in general in the acting world and in the creator world has been so difficult because I don't know who to trust anymore. And I'm there by myself. I already feel alone. I'm already embarrassed. I was so excited for this. I've been preparing for a month. I told my mom was so excited for me, everyone. And it's not like I was even getting paid for it. But it's like, the fact that they were so unforgiving and couldn't let me in. It's not like a spaceship going to fucking Mars. Just open the door and let me in. What the hell? I wouldn't have rushed back if I thought there was no chance that I was going to be able to get in. But, you know, sometimes you don't get your way. And you have to realize that in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't even matter, even if you were really excited for it. I'm looking at, there's Disneyland's across the street, and I'm looking at Incredicoaster right now, and I want to go on rides. But I can't. Anyway, I'm going to cool down. I'm gonna put makeup on. My lashes fell off. Thank God I brought my glue. We're gonna have a good day. I'm gonna take you guys with me. Moral of the story is you're not always gonna get your way. And shit happens, and sometimes the universe has a very weird way of putting you to be exactly where you need to be at the right time. So you never know. Whew. Anyway, time to put these damn lashes back on because I look so funky with just the eyeliner. Okay. All right. I fixed my face. I got my lashes on. I feel like a person again. Let's go and make good memories. Or at least try. Or we can make sad ones and laugh about it together. What the hell is... So next up, I went to the TikTok Creator Lounge, and I'm so glad I went to this because I ended up finding a bunch of other creators that had the exact same problem that I had earlier that day that I was having a panic attack about. Basically, it was really confusing. I thought I was just stupid. Like, I thought I was stupid. But how they worded it in the email was very confusing, and there was a bunch of people that ended up having to go back and forth to get the freaking wristband thing. But I don't know. I'm glad I went back. I wasn't stupid. I wasn't the only one that made that mistake. It was just really wasn't that clear in the email. They abbreviated whatever. There were too many damn fun things to do here for me to be sitting in my car crying. I also drove a long way, and I did not drive all this way and put my lashes back on for nothing. At this point, it was like mid-afternoon, and it was popping. Everything had a long line. This was a Friday, by the way. And then what do you know? One of my favorite creators that I really wanted to see was doing a panel. Both Keith Lee and Angry Reactions were there. I love them both. They're just two creators that genuinely bring joy to the world, and that's really what it's all about.
My page is purely about joy in general. Like, so as far as like the George Floyd situation and all the other like terrible things that happened.
Or I'll be asking people in a hotel, like, do y'all know a spot? I was in South Africa and I literally was walking up to people. They had no idea what I was talking about. And I was like, where do y'all eat? I was like, I want to go.
Then before I headed to more creator lounges, they had this gaming section, which was lit. It was freaking cool. I went back to the other convention center and went to all the other creator lounges. This was the TikTok creator lounge. These lounges looked so cool. They had cool lights and they looked cool, but damn, like, where was the food? This was the Nickelodeon creator lounge. You had to enter through the splat in the wall, which was cool, I guess. Everything looked really cool, like very high production value with these setups. I just wish they had more like real food. They had snacks everywhere, and by like the 10th hour in, you're like, oh my god, I'm gonna pass out. Then I went to the Jelly Smack Creator Lounge, whatever the hell that is. I don't know. I think it's like an AI, something for creators. I have to look more into it. But their lounge was dope. Then out of all the creator lounges, my favorite was actually the Instagram one, to my surprise. I feel like they just went all out. They had actual things you could do in every corner, and at one point they did actually have real food. And this giant swan, goose, duck, it's a swan, definitely a swan. They had an arcade. They had some other lounges which were small, but pretty much anyone was just I'm telling you, when you're there for that long and you can't, there's like no food anywhere, you start to go a little crazy. They also had this really cool YouTube creator lounge, which was outside. I really liked that one. The only thing was it got really cramped at one point, and I got really, really overwhelmed. What the cat doing? Then I went back to the main convention center and tried to see anything that I might have missed. There was so much to do. Like, this was enormous. It was freaking enormous. I don't know what happened at the Squishmallow Center, but they had some kind of explosion. Look at this Squishmallow chair. Then to finish out the day, I ended up going to downtown Disney, which was like a 10-minute walk away, because I needed to get something to eat, and they just didn't have the options that I needed there. So I got some merch from downtown Disney, and I gotta say, I'm so happy that I ended up staying for as long as I did, because I got to meet way more of you guys than I ever intended on meeting. I kid you not, it went from being the worst day ever to being the best day ever. Because of you guys, I cannot stress you guys enough. And I know people, other creators say this, but I cannot stress you guys enough how incredibly lucky I am to have you. Thank you. Okay, fam. We made it. It's almost 8 o'clock. I have been here like practically 12 hours. And I am exhausted. I have no idea how people do this for more than one day. But wow, I'm exhausted. I'm so glad I stayed and got over my little episode. I met so many other creators that I was really excited to see anyway. Like, so many. I'm so happy I stayed. I really am. And then I met so many of you guys who I always, like, every single time I've met you guys in public, it's literally every single time it's been great. This time, like, it's a very good feeling knowing that you guys are all great people too, because that says a lot about my channel and about what I'm putting out there. Knowing that you guys, oh my god, I'm gonna cry. Don't make me cry. I don't want to cry, Mom, please. Anyway, it makes me feel really good knowing that you guys are also really great people too, and are genuinely kind and respectful and excited about my videos, because I'm excited to put them out there too. I'm sweating. I went to Disney, I got this, but it's a little tight. They only had a small or an extra large, and I should have gotten the extra large, but I got a small because it looked big, but I realized I'm actually a little chunky, and I don't really fit in it the way I thought it would. Oh my god, I look tired. I have to go to the bathroom though, and it's like a 45-minute drive, so I might just go to Target. Overall, it was a really great day. Lots of ups and downs. I guess the biggest takeaways is, if you're going to VidCon, Oh, that's the biggest thing, the food. Literally, the only vegan options were potatoes. I had every form of potato today. I had tots for breakfast because that's literally all I had because I'm moving tomorrow, like permanently, and that's all I had in the house. And then I got there and I had sweet potato fries, regular French fries, tater tots again, and then popcorn. So I've only eaten carbs. I would have passed. Thank God I had my smoothie in the morning, and then I had another smoothie at Disney Springs. So that's what's keeping me alive right now. But all the boots were really cute, and meeting everyone was actually genuinely fun. I think something that I realized is, you know, I felt kind of alone. I get lonely sometimes, especially I've been away from home for a very long time, and I love being independent and being on my own, but sometimes, you know, it's hard to hello? It's hard to see like groups of people constantly and be like, you know. But then I started to look around and open my eyes a little bit. I noticed that there's a lot of people there that were actually there by themselves, like creating videos by themselves, and that's okay. Because you're never really alone when you're making videos. Like, I'm in my car by myself right now, and I'm talking to you guys, but I can't interact with you right at this very moment, not until the video comes out, and then I can interact with you. You know, it's like, this is crazy. Like, we're all crazy. We're all sitting, talking to our cameras, talking to you guys, but we can't actually interact with you until after the video comes out. We're nuts. Seeing other people make content, I'm like, wow, we look crazy when we're out in public. We look a little wild. Anyway, thanks for coming with me, guys. We had a fun day today, despite the ups and downs. And I really want to do a Disney trip soon. Being this close to Disney is such a tease. Anyway, thank you guys for taking along with me today. It's been a fun day, kind of, ups and downs. Overall, it was a great day. I love you guys. See you.